Welcome to the Ingredients for Success podcast. I'm Jackie Rizzo, and today we have CEO and founder of IWON Organics, who is also a host of two different podcasts, Let's Eat and To Win, also an ebook author, and most importantly, proud dad of two kids. Welcome, Mark Samuel. We are so glad to have you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I would love to chat a little bit about IWON Organics. How did it all begin, and why did you get started in the industry?
I live a health and wellness lifestyle, and so the venture that I was a part of was in the health and wellness space prior to this. So in 2016, I wanted to get into something a little bit different, and I really liked what was happening in the food and beverage. And so I sort of looked at what the white space was in that area. I wanted it to be legume based. I wanted it to be an organic food, and I wanted it to be a little bit higher in protein. Wasn't quite sure exactly what it was going to be, but I found myself on the savory snack side of things as far as a starting point.
You did, and I find that really interesting. We are an ingredient supplier, and so as someone who started and who has been in the industry for a while, what obstacles did you face in finding ingredients that were clean, that were plant-based, that tasted good? Do you have any advice even for startup companies on where to begin when you're looking for ingredients that actually fit your mission and what your heart's passion is?
I think it depends on what the product is and what experience you might have prior. In my case, I was fairly lucky. I kind of reached out to a co-packer. Most would understand what a co-packer does, but in our case, a co-packer was required because of the product that we were trying to make. And I was fortunate enough to find one that understood, we were going the organic route. So they were providing us some ingredients to look at. And I really wasn't involved on that side. I am a little bit more now, as we're a few years ahead, and I'm sourcing from different suppliers. So again, I think it just all depends on the experience and the situation that each founder is in.
So would you advise them to go to trade shows whenever we can get back to normal? Advise them to go to trade shows to seek out different ingredients? Or how would you, I'm going to back up just a little bit. On LinkedIn, you sometimes will post something like, hey, I'll take the first 20 sales reps to, whoever want to pitch me something, go ahead and pitch me, and I'll go through them and I'll help you with your pitch, or I'll look at your ingredients. What advice do you have for them now, where we are kind of in this pandemic, how to find the ingredients and where to look for them?
I do get contacted a lot, I get prospected a lot by different suppliers. And I think that there's also a range when it comes to that as well, because there's brokers who can supply a whole bunch of things, and there's some brokers who are in one specific category, and then there are the direct suppliers. I'm probably a little bit more prone to work with the latter. I like the idea of knowing that it's coming from one specific place. I'm dealing with one specific person. They could point me exactly where the products are coming from. And again, it's all to the individual. I, for instance, want to know where are the peas coming from? Where are the beans coming from? Who are the families behind it? What do the farms look like? So every situation is going to be its own. But I'd say in short, you could in prior time go to trade shows, and there's plenty to look at. And in today's environment, you could just pick up the phone or hit a quick Google search and find yourself a lot of options.
Yes, and here's where I would say, or I'd ask, what's up next for IWON Organics? Except I feel like before we go there, we need to talk about Crunchies. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is and let our audience hear, because it's just now on the market. It's brand new, here it is. Can you share it with us?
Yeah, so we our core line is extruded snacks. So we have a puff and a sticks. The sticks is similar to a Cheeto style savory snack. So that's our core line. We've got about 10 different SKUs in that line. So we've just unveiled our newest product line, which is going to be our cereal line in 3 different flavors. And we've been working on it in the background for probably about a year. We knew we wanted to get into another area of the grocery store. Same foundational points of balanced nutritional profiles, legume-based, a little bit higher in fiber and protein than others in the set, and then just has a really amazing taste. So we're lucky to have the opportunity. We hope, that our existing, customers, of course, are going to start looking at that as an option as far as for their family's breakfast. And then, of course, in that category alone, I think that there's just a lot of room and opportunity to bring people into a better for you option.
I love that. Sometimes we think you either go big or you go home. But I feel like in this industry, it is, if we go big, we're most likely to probably just go home. And so you're really big on taking noticing the small wins for the big victories. And that actually is where your ebook that just came out a couple of months ago, that's the title of it. And so is that why you started with only 3 flavors rather than, okay, now we have a line of 10 and here we are launching it and it's going to be huge?
Yeah, I would say that there's probably already risk in itself of going into this new category. I, for instance, had a conversation with somebody who I admire, who's done it before, and their first comments were not to do it. They felt it was too soon, and I think that there's a lot of validity to that. There's also a lot of validity to the common statement, which is you just are going to do what you've got to do. It's your business. You're going to make your own decisions, and you're going to, sort of look at risk a little bit differently. And so most, again, would say, well, you're in the extruded puffs category, go win there, stay there for a few years and build that business out. But I kind of want to push the envelope a little bit. I want to keep our foot down, and I really want to build the brand as quickly as possible. And if that comes in the way of innovation, I want to do that. And that's what we're going to do. In fact, we've got a third innovation in our back pocket that we're potentially going to release in summer. And so again, some people would be like, you're just moving too fast. And, I just counter that by saying it's our business, and it's our brand, and we really want to build it a specific way. And one is off the back of innovation and staying on the line of really what the foundational points of the business, which is just building out a health and wellness platform of food built on legume-based organic snacks and foods, with balanced nutritional profiles. So that's really it.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I think, some may think that it is too soon to go ahead and launch, but as we've seen in 2020, there are more and more consumers who are focused on their health, and you're a parent, I'm a parent. We want the best for our children when it comes down to food, because we know what goes into their body is really going to affect them and their health in the long run. And so I applaud you for that. Don't stop when someone tells you that you're going too fast, because you do know your business and you know where to go from there. I'm excited to hear a little bit about what you have for the summer, but I'm sure it's hush hush until maybe later on. But I do appreciate that. Is there anything that you could share about us that is coming out besides what you are launching in the summer? Do you have anything else on the horizon?
We have a lot on the horizon.
Yes.
We have a lot on the horizon. Again, it's fun because we're not a product, a singular product-based brand, right? We know exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it as far as building a health and wellness platform. And so if those that look at us and know us, they understand, okay, they've got this health and wellness platform, winning on nutrition. How many different places could they go over time? And for me, I'm thinking over time. I'm really big on the idea of 10, 15 years. So there's a lot that can be done over that span of time, especially with the energy and the commitment that we have to just building this out. So there's a lot of stuff that we have as far as ideas and concepts, and you'll see us making that happen probably year over year.
Well, that's great. So for our listeners who are listening in and want to follow you, what is the best way? Is it through LinkedIn, or how can they connect with you?
For the brand, it's IWONOrganics.com, and they can find us at retailers, Sprouts and Whole Foods and Safeway and Kroger. And as far as personal, they can find me on LinkedIn. I'm probably that's the place that I probably live the most. And that's kind of it.
That's it. And so if they wanted to download your ebook, Small Wins, Big Victories, they can also find that on LinkedIn?
They can find it on LinkedIn. You can text the word WINS, WINS, to 81493, and it'll automatically be sent to their phone.
Okay, And then if they want like a free mentorship or free advice or just someone to follow, definitely look up Mark A. Samuel on LinkedIn, right?
I'll try to provide as much info as possible.
You do, and that's what I really appreciate about you, and also Adam Brown with Circle Media. You two have really just kind of hit it off, and I've appreciated your podcast that you do every Monday. Is it every Monday? I almost thought it was every Tuesday.
We do a little live, a 15-minute live on Mondays called Monday Mood, yeah.
Monday Mood, and that's super fun to listen to and tune in. So I definitely encourage all of our listeners to do that as well. Well, Mark, it has been such a joy to have you on. Kind of been following you from a distance, so to be able to sit and chat with you and hear about IWON Organics has been a joy. And so I just look forward to hearing what's coming up this summer, and I can't wait to try Crunchies. But before we get off, I'd like to know, do you have a milk product that you like that goes with Crunchies? Do you do oat milk? Do you do regular milk? Because I know you try to stick with plant-based for yourself.
There's 2 plant-based in our fridge. There's a probably Ripple, so I'll do a pea protein, a pea milk, and then there's an almond milk in there. I don't remember which brand. As long as the ingredients are fairly clean, I usually will stay on the plant milk side. I have no problem with cow milk. I just personally can't drink it. It kind of hurts my stomach a little bit. So.
Well, great. Well, thank you again, Mark, and thanks for getting up super early to chat with me this morning. And I just wish you all the best. It's been a joy.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark.